Okay, good morning everybody. Today we will see about topic 1, which is introducing Windows Server 2012, and our module is server administration. So as I have told you before, Microsoft Windows Server 2012 is the newest version of Microsoft's server operating system software. So Microsoft has the best Windows Server 2003, Windows Server 2008, Windows Server 2012, and 12 R2. So these all are versions. Currently we are using the Windows Server 2012 R2. So Microsoft is improved Microsoft desktop environment, made networking easier, enhanced searching capability, and improved performance. That is the features or the best that we can say Windows Server 2012 is best. Here are also the features and advantages. Before we bounced to installation and configuration of Windows Server 2012 R2, here are some of the features and advantages that Windows 2000 Server 2012 R2 can offer for us. The first one is Active Directory Certificate Services, and ADCS, a customizable set of services that allow you to issue and manage public key infrastructure. The second one is Active Directory Domain Services. It makes domain controllers more flexible, both to audit and to authorize for access to files. The third one is Active Directory Rights Management Service, or ADRMS. It provides for us management and development tools. Plus, you can work with industry security technologies, including the encryption, certificates, and the authentication. Fourth one is Bitlocker. It's a tool that allows us to encrypt the hard drives of our computer. The fifth one is branch cache. It allows us from files and web servers on a one wide area network to be cached on computers at a local branch office. Let's if you have the web server, so a web server on a one, it helps us if you configure the branch cache, it caches to our computer in a branch office. It could be the web server could be in a head office, so this helps us to cache our data or to cache the data to our head office, our branch office. The sixth one is DHCP, which is Dynamic Host Control Protocol. It allows us, or is an internet standard. It reduces administrative overhead of configuring hosts because it can assign the devices an IP address automatically. So if you configure this standard, we are reducing our time from our time we're gonna save our time to configure statically or manually. The seventh one is DNS, the domain name system. It converts computer name, which is the written form, to fully qualified domain name or to an IP address. Here we have two types: the lookup zones, the inverse, and the lookup zones. You have two types. If you configure them, from the first one, it converts from name to IP, and the other also the reverse from IP to domain name. The eighth one is file over clustering. it provides the ability to provide high availability and scalability to our networked servers. 9. File server resource management. Manage and control the amount and type of data stored on the organization server, on the local servers. 10. Hyper-V, an organization to join servers by creating and managing a virtualized computer environment. So this is a virtualization technology. So it's built into the Windows Server 2012 R2. The other one is IPAM, which is IP address management. It allows the administrator to customize and monitor the IP addresses infrastructure. 12. Kerberos authentication, which is the version 5, the protocol and the extension for password-based and the public authentication. 13. Managed service accounts, set of tools that allows administrators to manage and control the amount and type of data stored on organization servers. This is way of managing our data. 14. Networking. Many networking technologies and features in Windows Server 2012 R2, including, as we discussed before, branch cache, data center, bridging, DCP, and the many more. Remote desktop services, the 15th feature or the advantage. Before or on the earlier 2008, we used to refer to these terminal services. Using remote desktop services allow users to access remote connections from within a corporate network or from the internet. 16 is security auditing. You can verify authorized or unauthorized access to nations, resources, applications, and services. One of the best advantages of security audit is to verify regulatory conformity. 17. Smart cards. The user not only must have the physical card but also must know the PIN to be able to gain access to network resources unless the network or the server can reject us or can protect us accessing the network or the server. TLS or SSL, this is S-channel SSP. S-channel is security support provider or SSP that uses the secure circuits or wire, the SSL and transport layer security, internet standard authentication protocols together. It's a channel security support provider. Windows, the 19 Windows deployment services allows an administrator to install Windows operating system remotely. An administrator can use Windows deployment services to set up new computers by using a network-based installation. So you can install applications or any configuration that you want remotely. So these all are and others are the features or advantages of the Windows Server 2012 or R2. The other one is Windows Server 2012 R2 have different versions like the data center, the standard one, the essential or foundation. These versions are just we're gonna use as per our organization or as per our computer's performance or our computer's system requirements or the user requirement. Just based on this. So let's see one by one. Data center. This version is designed for organizations that are looking to migrate to highly virtualized private cloud environment. So this version has full Windows Server functionality with unlimited virtual instance. The other version is Windows Server 2012 Standard. This is also designed for organizations with physical or minimally virtualized environments. It also has full Windows Server functionality with 2 virtual instances. The other is Essential. This version is ideal for small business that have as many as 25 users and 50 devices, like a small business or like an individual network environment. It has a simple interface and pre-configured connectivity to cloud-based service, but no virtualization rights here in the Essential version. The other version is Foundation. This version is designed for small companies that need a Windows Server experience for as few as 15 users. It's a general purpose server with basic functionality but no virtualization rights like Essentials. But on the data center and the standard, we can use the virtualization, or you can apply the Hyper-V. So here, these all are the introducing the Windows Server 2012. So from this point forward, we are going to install the Windows Server 2012 R2. So this is detailed installation or procedure with no virtual PC. Microsoft, what is virtual PC or virtual machine? Virtual machine, as its name describes, a software that enables users or computer users to access multiple operating systems at the same time. Simply localized in an installed software within one operating system, we're gonna use virtually different types of operating system within one computer. So that's a virtual machine. Virtual machine deducts number of computers, like one for server and one or more than one computers for clients. Here we can use one computer as a client or as a server virtually. This is virtually. So that's why we call it virtual machine. What are the hardware requirements for install or to install Windows Server 2012? For a given virtual machine software, considering the basic hardware requirements is critical action, because, as I told you before, or as we discussed before, to select Windows Server version, we should identify what is my computer performance, or what is my laptop performance, what hardware requirements I have to identify this all, and if there must, check this one before installing Windows Server 2012 in our computer, like the CPU speed, how much hertz or how much gigahertz I have, how many gigabytes of my RAM size, how many gigabytes I have disk space. These are the basic things that we should understand, or that we should identify firstly. So after this, if I have checked and if I have the recommended system requirement, so that's possible to install Server 2012 in our computer or any computer. So after installing the virtual PC, it's possible to add the size of the hardware requirements, but space if you have, like hard disk space greater than or equal to 60 GB for space, RAM size 4 GB and above, and CPU space if it's Core i3 and above. So if you have these requirements, our computer can easily and effectively perform the things that we're gonna get from, or that we're gonna gain from the server features we can use the different features that we've seen before, that we discussed before. So this is all about